capture.
Show you, we got a half a meter to go, and we're starting to slow down.
Ready.
Continue the calm as you need.
Looking good, John. About 50 centimeters, continue.
Continuing.
40 centimeters, continue. Looks real good. The alignment actually looks good too. Yeah, you're looking great. Station, straight station, you get the nadir about 30 centimeters, John. Continue.
Roger.
20, continue. 10. And no more, John.
We're stopping motion.
Very good. Hey, Swanee, port unit, wheel bogey is secure.
Port G, copy.
And nadir.
Copy that.
I'm just looking at that rotation. There were 2 holes there, but I see where it's lining up.
Okay, whatever you think is best there.
Yeah, I think hammering it outboard, best way to go.
Okay, great, thanks. And how much far? I mean, I remember from 2 days ago, it looked like maybe, inch or so, or inch and a half, just outboard.
I agree, maybe, 5 degrees, 10 degrees.
Yeah, okay, great.
Finally, the hammer's back on an integral route inside the crew lock bag.
Copy that. Waiting for the pry bar.
And I'm just looking for the route that it was attached to.
No problem. I know it's a little crowded in there. Take your time.
Man, Swanee, where are you going to want me to go?
You're going to go inboard on just following down the handrail. You got to watch out for that grapple pin.
I see it. Okay.
And basically, you're going to be just opposite of Ricky in the same kind of location.
I didn't even feel it, bud. I mean, it just wiggled a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll try it again.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. There's got to be something. I mean, that's some pretty good force.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that's good force, too. You guys are getting good force on it, and it's just not, it's like hitting a hard spot, and you're not going any far past that.
Yes.
This is Mission Control Houston, and you've been listening in as Joe Acaba and Ricky Arnold are working at the port truss segment where they have been continuing some attempts on the deployment and installation of the UCAS, or the unpressurized cargo carrier. They've worked through a number of troubleshooting.
Discover Houston for EVA.
Go ahead, Houston.
Swanee, basically we concur with your assessment of it that we're going to need to study this thing some more, and so what we would like to do is implement the long-duration tie-down at this time.
Understand and in work. So, Ricky, you copy?
Copy.
And we're going to do that, Swanee, without the APFR plan?
That's right, yeah, the APFR was just for pulling. That was all it was for.
Right.
Or actually, it was just for catching during the pulling.
Some words from Steve Swanson, who's serving as the IV officer, helping the two with the choreography of this spacewalk. Their next step will be the tie-down of that UCAS into a long-term configuration that'll be safe while the ground team continues to analyze the situation. They're also asking the crew to get some photos that'll be used to help them understand the obstruction that might be causing a problem with the deployment of that cargo system. They're also going to skip over the next planned task, which was that was the plan before the start of the EVA. They will not be proceeding with the deployment of the payload attachment system, which is a very similar type of system as the UCAS, and instead moving forward with the lubrication of the latching end effector on the station robotic arm.
Discovery Houston for EVA for Lee Lube.
Go ahead, Houston.
Once you have all your equipment gathered, per the bottom of step 31, you're go for Lee Lube. And
Thank you very much, Houston.
Page 31.
Copy that. I'm there.
Okay, Ricky. You want to give me your...
That call from Capcom, or spacecraft communicator Lucia McCulloch, letting the spacewalkers know, and the team watching from inside the station as well, that the spacewalkers are okay to start the robotic arms latching end effector lubrication. You can see the robotic arm here, parked on node 2, the Harmony node, so that mission specialist Ricky Arnold can get a good look at the inside of its latching end effector from the station's truss segment.
And Joe, just let me know if you're going to go for the zenith or nadir first.
Copy. I'll let you know when I get there.
Thank you.
Complete, Swanee.
All right, thanks, Ricky.
It's a view of from cameras on the Space Shuttle Discovery. In it, you can see the robotic arm and mission specialist Ricky Arnold working at its end effector. Mission specialist Joe Acava now done with his work at the segment-to-segment attach system bolt bus controller. Finished reconfiguring both the plugs that he was going to work with. Now moving on to another get-ahead task to release a P-clamp holding down a flex hose rotary coupler on the P1 segment of the truss. It's a get-ahead task originally scheduled for the second spacewalk of the mission.
Well, I'm thinking, Swanee, since I have my 6-inch on.
It'll help keep a future removal and replacement of the flex hose rotary coupler
With my PGT already configured.
down to just 2 spacewalks.
For the outboard. And I would advise you temperature that crew bag outside before I head on in.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay, you go ahead, and I think Joe's going to be a second, so why don't you give us a hack on your...
View here of mission specialist Ricky Arnold with his hand inside the latching end effector of the robotic arm.
And Discovery Houston for EVA, just to let you know, we'll be rotating the port sarge in a couple of minutes.
And from that view, you could see him
Thank you.
actually wiggling the snares inside the latching end effector around using those needle nose pliers. That again exercises the bearings that he just applied lubrication to. The idea, of course, to prevent the snares, the wires inside, from curving into the S-curves that have been noticed inside the latching end effectors, rather than going back into the grooves that they're supposed to be in.
We have the integral around one handle of the FHRC. I'm going to go ahead and put the large, small on the other.
That's perfect, Joe. Thank you.
There are 3 of these snares or wires inside the latching end effector, and each held down by 2 bearings.
Like the first one, it was moving pretty easily.
Sounds great.
I tap it with the...
Houston copies.
Ability seems pretty good.
All right. Unfortunately, Ricky, it's number 4 now. Same thing.